Greetings to the body of the people. This man called Chris Dorsey. I think folks are maybe, and I have been too, paying attention to the wrong events around Iran and Iraq. Um, uh, Focused on the missile attacks and where there were no casualties, according to reports. We aren't there, so we don't know for sure. But there was a Ukrainian plane that took off from Tehran and crashed, and there were 170 people aboard. All died, according to reports. This reports from Press TV. So I'd like to point out, very interesting that this plane was headed for Kiev. We've got this impeachment based around the Ukraine, the World War, the attack by Russia on Crimea, and the sovereignty of Ukraine, which fits in hand in glove to impeachment. The alleged alliance between Iran and Russia that really isn't all there, and the fact that they're putting all these narratives out there when at the very top, at the United Nations, all of these countries are working together and they all have the same monetary source. So we'll take a look, that being said, at something even more interesting, and that seems to be a HARP or tectonic attack on areas inside of Iran near a nuclear plant. So we'll look into that as well. This Washington Times reporting a 4.9 scale earthquake strikes near the nuclear plant. Now we've had tectonic warfare here in Virginia, just very close to where we're sitting right now. We've had similar attacks on nuclear power plants, and this is obviously an act of war. This is sending a message. This is fitting in with a narrative, and it's also very effective. Everybody behind the scenes, while they're acting as if that this attack today, which was coordinated between all the parties involved, Iraq, Iran, Israel, the United States Incorporated, Russia. The attack was, everybody knew where it was going to hit the Al-Assad air base first. But this other stuff behind the scenes, this is where the real military action is taking place. So we'll just end it there because I want to take a break. I've pretty much been working since 6 o'clock p.m. It's now 1 a.m. Eastern, and I also want to say, look at what's going to happen in the markets. Look at where the price of oil and gold and other commodities go, and don't forget that through the repo market, the Federal Reserve Bank has put in trillions of dollars, has expanded its balance sheet nearly 11% and over just the past several months, and that's 11% in the fiscal year of 2019. And all that money's gone into the stock market. None of it's gone into our own pockets because the stock market is up 11%. The same as the amount of money shoved in to the economy, the amount of trillions of dollars shoved into the economy by the Federal Reserve Bank. This is all this wartime hoarding, short selling. It's all happening right now. Tectonic warfare, and the classic. The old classic is used by all the intelligence agencies, is taking down planes. I wonder who was on those planes. Probably some important people having to do with the Iranian government, the Ukrainian government, and a lot of other governments. But, you know, it's also just 170 people dead, where there was a missile attack on a USA Incorporated Air Base. Now I know they say it just houses U.S. forces, but missile strikes and nobody died. But where were the real attacks? Against probably a lot of Iranians on Iranian soil, and this warning shot of the tectonic warfare around the earthquake, around the nuclear power plant in Iran, or a nuclear power plant in Iran. So this is Chris Dorsey signing off. Peace and God bless.